Hi, it's Graham here, and what we've got is really exciting, and I just want to show you how to use the system that we have. It's not complicated, but it's not the easiest either. Once you've done it once or twice, you'll find it's really very simple. But this offer is another way to serve, and of course, the more you serve, the more joy you'll feel, and the more you will attract everything you need in life to you. And every member can help and serve the community with this plan and, of course, benefit financially as well. I did outline our strategy in a live event on February the 3rd, and you can watch the replay here in YouTube if you want to. Okay, I'm going to scroll down here because you can read all this at your leisure, but basically we are making units of We Share Abundance available at $2.50 per unit. We can very soon, using this plan, this strategy, take the WESA tokens to $400 or more. Let me scroll down. Basically, there are two ways you can pay currently. If we can find another way, then we'll add it. But at the moment, there are just two ways. You can either use CoinPayments or you can make a transfer on the Waves exchange. That's a Waves exchange transfer. Now, if you're going to use CoinPayments, you just click on this button. You'll get your TXID, put it into a form, and you'll be done. If you're using Waves, then you go down to one here, and it goes through the instructions there. But what I'm going to do now, I'm going to quickly run through how you can make a payment using both of these systems. So first of all, if you're going to choose CoinPayments, you click on this CoinPayments, Pay Using CoinPayments button here. It'll take you here. And before you can make any changes here, if you want to, you will need to put in your information. So, Graham Frame email address. So you need to fill that in first. When you've done that, you can, if you wish, change this. As I say, $2.75 if you're using CoinPayments to cover their fees. Maybe you'd want 10 tokens. You would click on recalculate, and that'll change to $27.50. If you wanted some oddball number, 17, it would calculate it, would be $46.75. Okay, as this is an example, I'm just going to use one, back down to $2.75. You can choose how you want to pay. When you click on one of these, it'll turn green. If you want to pay with Bitcoin, it turns green. If you want to pay with Litecoin, you see that turns green. I'm actually going to pay with Waves at the moment, but you could use Bitcoin, Litecoin, Tron, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, or Waves. I'm going to pay with Waves, okay? So I'm just going to send $2.75 with Waves using CoinPayments. So what we do now is we just click on Complete Checkout. Sometimes this takes a while to just come up, but it will come up. Just have a bit of patience. Here we go. There you go. Now what this page will do, it will tell you exactly how much you should pay. This is it. Don't pay any more. Don't pay any less. Pay exactly this amount and pay it to this specific address here. All of it. So if some of it's gone onto the second row, you want to copy that as well. If you are technically savvy and know how to click on, use your phone and click on this, you can pay using that, but it's a bit beyond me. What you also want to do is save this, because this is the transaction ID, and that is what we'll need to verify your payment and allocate you with your tokens that you've bought. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to make the payment now. So first of all, I'm going to copy this amount exactly. Okay, you want to make sure that you have that exactly. Otherwise, there's a chance that you could lose your money. Okay, so here we are. I'm in a Waves wallet because I'm going to send Waves. You could be sending Bitcoin from Coinbase or any other wallet, whatever. But I'm sending Waves and I'm in a Waves wallet. So I'm just going to click on Send. I'm going to paste in that exact amount, and then I'm going to go back and get the correct address. Make sure you get all the address. Don't want to miss anything out. We paste that in there, and that should turn green, okay? So everything's right, and we're going to send $2.75 US. We're going to click Continue. and we're going to click send, and that's it. We're done. So if we go back here now, it'll take probably 5-10 minutes, and this will update, and then it will show us paid. In the meantime, what we can do is we can copy this address ready for when we complete it. We can complete the form right now. Where do we get the form from? Well, once this payment completes, you'll have the option to get redirected to the thank you page, and I'll show you that once it does complete. But if we copy that now and then we enter in our browser WeShare Abundance Nest Egg 3 to get back here, you'll see down at the bottom you can click on here to open a form up, and this is the form that you'll use. And what you need to put in is your name, the email that you have registered with WeShare Abundance, the username that you have in WeShare Abundance, how you're making your payment. We've used CoinPayments. Never click both of these, only one of them, whichever you've used. The amount we've paid, and I know we paid $2.75, but we're looking at the number of units really. So in multiples of 250, we bought 1 unit, 2.5. And then we paste in that transaction ID that we copy from here. Okay, that's the transaction ID we need. We copy that and we paste it in here. Okay, that's it. And then you have to accept the terms of the offer and acknowledge everything, and you sign it as best you can using this mouse type thing. It's something I'm really bad at. One of the many things I'm really bad at. Okay, you sign it and then you click submit and you're done. But that will be the form there. Once this completes, I'll show you what happens there. I'm going to pause this video for a moment and come back in 5 minutes or so when this is completed. Okay, you can see that this payment has been completed now, and you can click on here, which is continue to the seller's store, and that will take you to the thank you page. You'll notice that the CP TXID has gone from here at this point, but you will get an email which will also include that if you lost it before now. You know, it is important. We can't allocate your tokens without being able to confirm your purchase. The only way we can do that is with the correct TXID. So you can click here now, continue to seller's store, and you will see that you're at the WeShare Abundance success page, and it'll congratulate you and tell you that you're helping WESA to become the #1 ranked cryptocurrency, and you can complete the form here. We already completed the form, but if you haven't, you could put it there. And don't forget, you always need this correct TXID. It'll start with CP, and it's the one we copied previously. If for some reason you'd lost the TXID from CoinPayments, you will get an email from them. It might go into your spam folder, so check your spam folder, but it's here, CoinPayments, payment complete, and it gives that number again. We always need that in your form. Okay, so that's how you do it for a CoinPayments payment. What about if you wanted to use a Waves transfer? Okay, so you've just arrived at the page fresh because you want to pay with a Waves payment. So you read through everything, you understand everything, and you see that there are 2 options to pay, and you want to pay using a Waves exchange transfer. So you go to step 1 below, which is here, step 1. Okay, so you open your Waves account and you buy USDN, or you trade existing assets for USDN of the required value, and that's $2.50 for every unit you want. So if you wanted 10 units, it would be $2.50 times 10, $25. You would buy $25 worth of USDN. In this example, once again, it is just an example, I'm simply going to use $2.50. So if we go back to our Waves exchange, and what we want to do, we want to buy $2.50 of USDN, and I'm going to use Waves to buy it. Okay, if you had Bitcoin or Ethereum, you could use anything. You could use whatever you like. If you've got a linked credit card, you can use that to buy your USDN. So what we do is we go to trading and we click on USDN because that's what we want to buy. If you wanted to buy it with WESA, for example, you would have to search for it. You would have to put in WESA in there, and it would come up with WESA USDN there for you. Okay, but we're going to buy it with Waves, and here we go, Waves USDN. So we click on that, and that'll come up here, USDN and Waves. And it's going to cost you $7.29. It's this blue figure here. So if we click on that blue figure, it'll put it in for you. We're going to sell Waves, but we don't want 9 USDN. We only want 2.5, and so it changes it to the right amount. And then if we click on sell Waves, the order's created. It won't even come up here because it's been completed already. If we go back to the wallet, you will see that in USDN we now have $2.50 and a bit of few cents as well. Okay, not cents, fractions of a cent, fractions of a cent even. So now we can make our payment. So if we go back here, you will see that it says we've bought the USDN we need. Where are we going to send them? We're going to send them to this wallet address. No other address. We copy that. They must come here. If they don't come here, we can't do anything about it. This is the only place we will receive your USDN. Okay, so if you go back to Waves now and we go to USDN and we click on this send here and we paste in that address. Must be this address. Start with P3PLX and it ends with RWR3. Okay, and we can send, I might as well send all of it, but I mean you could make it just 2.5 and hang on to those fractions of a cent if you wanted, but I'm going to send it all. And we click continue, and this we need this time. This is the TX ID that we're going to need. Okay, so we copy that. We're going to need that for the form. We click on send, and that's it. It's gone. Okay, you can see it's emptied it from there. If for some reason you had lost that TX ID, you can get it from your transactions here. Internal transactions, sent USDN. Here we go, 2.5. This is it. If you click on those 3 little buttons there, you can either copy the TX ID, but if you want to see it, click on TX ID info, and there it is. That's the TX ID we need. Okay, so we're going to make sure that we've got that one copied, and we're going to go back here. It says copy your TX ID and make sure you press the send button. We've done that, and then proceed to step 7 below. Should say step 4. I'll get that changed in a moment. Okay, we click on form here. It opens up for us, and once again we fill it out correctly. Okay, your name, the email that you have registered with WeShare Abundance, the username that you have in WeShare Abundance, how you paid. This time it's a Waves transfer. Do not click both of them, just the one that you used. The amount you paid, 2.5. I know there was a few bits extra, but all we're interested in is the number of units basically that you bought, and so it's 2.5. If you bought 10, it would be 25, whatever. And then here, very important, you paste in that TX ID. Without that TX ID, we can't verify your payment, we can't allocate your tokens to you. And then, as before, you sign here somehow. Okay, and then you click submit, and you're done. Okay, you have bought 1 unit of the Nest Egg Offer, and I thank you for that. I thank you for your support. I thank you for your service. Thanks again. God bless. I love you.